us the fact that all the overcrowding caused a lot of disease and things like that.
Also, like, minor disease, mercury.
Very bad for you in so many ways, so yes.
You get sick.
You could get sick, yes, and not only the overcrowding or food spoiling can get you sick, but also think of things like mosquitoes and ticks that can help to get you sick.
From somewhere else, you don't be immune to some.
Yes, very true. And one more. The river could flood, yes, definitely. There was a lot of heavy weather, and we still have a lot of heavy weather. And keep in mind that they would be in bedrolls and tent towns year-round, so they were very exposed to the climate and how it reacted. Now, these are some very good answers. I'd like to give you all a hand for being so knowledgeable. Thank you very much. But I do believe that there's always a bit more to be learned on the subject. It's very broad, and it did affect a lot of people in a lot of different ways. So what we're going to do now is take another trip back in time, go see some prospectors during the gold rush, and possibly get an even better idea of the trials they would have faced and possibly how they would have handled these problems. Are you ready? All right, wonderful. Let's go.
Well, howdy there. Mind if I join you?
Sure thing. I always have coffee to enjoy your company.
Thanks. Mighty grateful. You know, I've been here about half a year now, and I ain't found much gold. I'm tired of working so hard and only being able to get a little bit of food.
Yeah, I know what you mean. To make it even worse, when we ain't roasting, we're freezing to death. We could only take some time out from prospecting. We could build a little cabin with warm bunks to sleep in. But hang it all, everything's so expensive and our supplies are so low.
I know what you mean. Other miners have found gold and even struck it rich. But we find enough just to barely survive.
Well, the easy placer gold of last year ain't so easy now. It's hard to believe that I fell for all those wild stories about how easy it'd be to find gold. Boy, that was a joke.
Well, what makes me madder than a hornet is that there is a lot of gold down there, but it's way deep beneath them rocks. We can't get at it without picks and shovels.
Yeah, I heard. A company of men coming with machines so they're gonna dig for gold.
Right, I hear they're coming out with something called a stamping mill. And what's that other method of mining?
Hydraulic.
Right, hydraulic mining. I'll tell you, the old mining method's gonna start changing. We're gonna be left behind.
These are some pretty tough problems they're facing, and a lot of them were your answers. Not being able to find gold and having to worry about who could come onto their claim, not having warm, safe shelter to stay in. But perhaps their lives wouldn't have been so bad if this is all they had to deal with. However, believe you me, word is on its way. Here's your chance to boo and hiss really loud, because here comes the
problems, one of which is prejudice. That means to hate a certain race, religion, group, or creed. I also stand for greed. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Watch this. Hey, you.
Yeah?
Didn't you say you saw someone snooping around your property the other day? Why don't you accuse that miner?
Say that's right. Someone started digging for gold on my claim. I had my name written down at the mining office just like you supposed to. And now someone's gone and taken the signed paper off of my tree. Say, was it you who jumped my claim?
No, my partner and I had our own claim. It was Mr. Redham.
Well, I hear he has too much principle to do something like that. Anyways, do to people around here like that?
My goodness, that took some guts to throw Mr. Radham under the stagecoach bus like that. You see what I bring? Arguing, fighting, and this. Here, Miner, go find the nearest tree. We're gonna hang this claim jumper. Oh my goodness.
Oh no! This situation has gone from bad to worse, and I'm sorry to say it's possible a lot of you can come across villains. Now, when you do, I don't think you'll be wearing silly capes or fighting fires. But what I do hope for is that you have the courage to stand up for what's right, to find the good, the gold within yourself, and if at all possible, stop that villain. Which we can all do now if we can all yell no, no together. Come on.
No! Yeah!
You got something to say?
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, yes, I do.
I'm the hero here, and I stand for law and order.
Well, then why don't you sit if you stand for law and order?
Well, it's a good thing I ran into this fella out on the trail. He told me that not one person or group can take law into their own hands. But the laws are made up by a representative government that's fair to all. And that man is being a vigilante.
So stop right there. You're not taking this miner anywhere.
Oh, yeah? Well, I saw something you didn't see, but they all saw it. This miner jumped the other miner's claim. And two.
No, he didn't.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Well, do you have any evidence to prove this?
Evidence? I don't need any evidence.
Oh, yes, you do.
Oh, no, I don't.
Oh, yes, you do.
Oh, no, I don't.
Oh, yes, you do.
Well, maybe I do. Now I know who all you are. Pipsqueak Elementary, right? How many of you are?
Why, I'm the first sheriff in this area.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. I didn't plan on this. It's not on there either. Well, this area isn't even a state yet. Well, it's just a lowly territory. I don't know, the San Ramon Valley, something over there. There's no rules or laws. I thought I was going to be able to just slither right in on my own slime trail. Get out of here, Sheriff. There's no room for you in this town.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to let you bully me. There's always room for truth.
Yeah! Yeah!
And the American way.
Well, curses, I'm foiled again. Well, you may have me this time retiring in 2 weeks, Sheriff. I'm telling you, I'll be back. And I'll get your little dog, too.
Maybe he will be back. We'll be right here to keep running him off again.
Well, that was wonderful to see a hero stand up for the right, don't you think? Absolutely. And speaking of heroic, I think your miner was very brave to face that villain all on her own, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So let's give a warm, appreciative hand to Mrs. McIntosh for being your miner. Another brave man I'd like to tell you about, and I'm sorry to say this gentleman is someone we don't hear about too often. His name is James Beckford. Can you all say that with me, please? James Beckford! Thank you. He was born in Old Virginia in 1789. His mother was black and his father was white, and they were both very good parents to James, who cared for him very much. Now, James Beckford was very special in many ways, and I'll tell you why, of course. He wanted so much adventure in his life that he left his home at age 12. What? Now, his parents would miss him, of course, but they did help with supplies, and shortly after that, James walked across what is now the entire United States. He left from Old Virginia and came here to California, and once he got here, he trapped furs, he trained wild horses, and he was even an Indian chief for a while of the Crow tribe, through some very interesting events. But James' story didn't stop there. He soon grew up, and 2 years after the gold rush was discovered and happened, James decided that he was going to build a new and safer trail through the dangerous Sierra Nevada mountains. One moment. Once he did that, the trail was faster and safer for those traveling on foot and by wagon. Not nearly as many people died on what was a very difficult journey here. So this man who stood against prejudice, along with many other hard trials in his life, still stood up for what he believed in, said, I'm just as good as anyone else, and I can make this a better world for myself and for others. And that is exactly what he accomplished. So let's give James Beckford a hand, shall we? No? Okay. Now, I also want you to know that over this new and safer trail that James Beckford created came some of the first women who were in this area because they were finally able to make that journey. Once they got here, they helped raise families, they got better laws, churches, homes, schools, and many other things to improve these areas, working alongside the miners that were already here. So let's give a hand for our lady pioneers as well. Thank you very much. Now, all of this has brought us to the last of our story. Are you ready? Yeah. Very good. Thank you. The last of our tale is about the Nisenan Indians. The Nisenan Indians were already here when Sutter and Marshall came, of course. They were very helpful and peaceful. They drove horse-drawn supply wagons up to the sawmill. They even helped finish the sawmill. And they showed James Marshall and his men where some of the best hunting and fishing in these areas could be found. But I'm sorry to tell you that the Nisenan, the Maidu, the Miwok, and so many other groups of people who came here were not always treated as they ought to have been. So one last time, all together, let's remember our golden rule to treat others as they want to be treated. Exactly so. Thank you all so much for that. Speaking of treating others the way we want to be treated, I want to give all of you a big hand for participating this evening.
Are you still out here doing good things? Give a big hand.
Yes.
One admirable thing, you taught him about the golden rule. You know, whoever has the gold makes the rules.
Mr. Smith, that is not our golden rule.
Put my eye out that thing, so I'm nailing it.
Well, I didn't here. Perhaps I should do some pleasant introductions. Have you met our sheriff deputies?
Deputies,
Deputies with the golden jailer's keys, please come on up now. Yes, you and you, one on either side, please. Make sure this villain here doesn't escape again. Oh, watch him. He's
Get there, Gavin.
And you over here, we're going to do nice heroic poses. He's terrified of heroic poses. Something scary. There we go. I like it. Okay.
Yeah, go on.
Deputies and audience,